Hey everybody, how's it going? Just let some people join. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we'll just give it another minute as people are. That's nice, Raul. Give it another minute as people kind of start making their way in. Raul's got jokes. He's got jokes. I like that though. Nice, Nicaragua. Okay. Waterloo, yeah. Madison, Toronto. Where's Ajax at? I know where Kitchener is. I'm assuming Ajax is in Canada. Thanks, Kevin. I've only been to Canada twice, and both times in Montreal. So this will be my first time flying into Toronto and then going to Waterloo late in the evening. But I'm looking forward to it. Awesome. Okay, so we got a decent size here. So yeah, I'll continue letting people in as people join. Just an FYI, this is being recorded as well. So we will stream it. It's being streamed and we will share it with folks who aren't able to join. So if you're part of a team, maybe then they couldn't make it and they ask you to take notes or something, then you don't have to worry about that because we will be sharing it on YouTube with you all as well. This is the first, so I guess a little background on me. My name is Rory Arredondo. I am the Hacker Success Manager here at ETHGlobal. And I've new to ETHGlobal for the past 3 months, basically. And my one of my main tasks really is, as the title says, ensuring hackers are successful, whether that's, you've learned something from an event, or you found a job that you were looking for, or that your project or received funding, or anything basically, submitting a project. Pretty much, it can run the full gamut. And we have these events, and of course there are prizes, and there's our top 10 finalists that are selected, but really it's just about, how do we make sure that devs, builders are taking advantage of the full capabilities of the Ethereum ecosystem and the protocol. And how do we continue onboarding folks from Web 2 to Web 3? How do we continue bringing anybody who isn't a dev at all into this space and onboarding them, and basically onboarding the next billion users for Ethereum? So that's kind of the main goals of ETHGlobal and our events and the hackathons. Yeah, like I said, they're the prizes and everything, but really it's not just about that. It's just how can you get out of your comfort zone? How can you expand your knowledge? How can you test your abilities over the course of a 36-hour hackathon weekend? which is, can be quite intense. So I'm assuming most of you all are maybe brand new to ETHGlobal hackathons or to our events. So welcome if this is your first time. If not, welcome again if you are a veteran and just curious about these. Would love to hear any comments or feedback that you might have to wisdom to share for the new folks here. The main goal of this really is just because since being in this role, I've received a lot of feedback that hackers would love to have some sort of workshop or some sort of onboarding before an event happens, just so they know what to bring, what to expect, what the course of events are, where certain pieces of information are. So I don't think maybe in the past we've done that good of a job of relaying this information. So this is an opportunity for us to do that for you all. So if you do have any questions, definitely feel free to I'll try and monitor the chat as best I can, but if I'd say the best thing, if you want to just take yourself off mute, because we will be streaming this. So actually I'll just do that. Yeah. So because we're streaming this, if you have a question, just feel free to take yourself off mute. That way I can, we can hear you and I can just make sure that I understand the question correctly. And then that the people who will be watching this via stream can also, understand and make sure they interpret and understand the question correctly as well, because we won't be able to see the chat, or the stream won't be able to see the chat. So I think it'd just be easier for me to verbally hear people ask questions. So yeah, and so I mean, feel free. I don't want to talk for too long. I definitely want to hear what questions you have. So I'll just go over a couple of things, and then we can just continue, open it up to Q&A. So that's kind of the flow of things. And as I said, I'll continue letting people in. But so yeah, anyways, welcome. Yeah, ETHGlobal Waterloo obviously starts next week. It's definitely coming up upon us, and we wanted to get this out there before then. One of the things that some people I think always get confused about is that we do have other events as well beforehand. So if you weren't aware, we have Pragma Waterloo, which is more of like a conference, just 9 a.m. to like 5 or 6 p.m. type of event. We have invited guest speakers for this. This is a separate event though than the hackathon. So I think some people sometimes get confused by this. So this is a separate ticketed event. If you're a hacker though, or part of a club like a Nomad Club, or I think it may be like some other clubs that are part of the Waterloo ecosystem, then you do get discounted tickets as well. So this is a great opportunity. Vitalk will be one of the speakers here. But I just wanted to highlight that this is a separate event, but this is on the Thursday. So if you're in town, if you plan to be in town early, definitely worth checking this out. It's more of a conference, like I said. A couple of different speakers will be present, and it's just a really great opportunity just to hear from these top minds within the space. No hacking involved, but it's also a great way to potentially get project ideas if you're still unsure of exactly what you want to hack on for the weekend.
Pardon me.
Oh, yeah,
I just had a quick question. Is the speaker schedule going to be published? I was considering attending, but I'm only going to arrive about midday, and I just wanted to see what I'll be missing if I arrive late.
It should be. Let's go in there real quick. Let's check it out. So we don't have the schedule yet, but the speakers are here. But yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, so the actual schedule has not been released just yet. But it would start generally in the past, for Tokyo and Lisbon, the talks will start like at 10:30, and then kind of just go out throughout the day. There is a lunch break, but then after lunch break from like maybe 1 or 1:30 Eastern Standard Time until 4 o'clock, you'll have the rest of the speakers. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not hasn't been released yet. And so some people, what they tend to do, if you wanted to go to also Cafe as well as Pragma, because Cafe is the other event that I will go over in a bit. Some people will attend Pragma and then head over to Cafe once Pragma is finished, or once they've listened to the speakers that they've wanted to listen to. The schedule should be released fairly soon, though. I would keep an eye on your emails and the Discord for that, though.
Okay, great. And if we don't buy our tickets right away, like will tickets still be available up until the event starts, or is there a cutoff?
Yeah, we there isn't a right now we don't have a hard cutoff just yet. I think ideally the sooner the better. But what we can do if you're unsure, we can issue refunds as well. So if you do get a ticket, then maybe I don't know, there's a flight issue or a travel issue or something goes on, you can't check in or make it, then just let us know. Send an email to hello@ethglobal.com and we will take care of that and issue a refund for you. And I'll send
Great,
the
thanks.
I'll type the email in the chat as well. That's the hello@ethglobal.com. But yeah, the schedule should be released fairly soon though. So but yeah, definitely keep an eye on like your email and your Discord. And yeah, then the other event on Thursday is the co-working cafe. So this is only for admitted hackers, confirmed admitted hackers to Waterloo. So it's not open to the public. This is just a space for you all to come gather, chill beforehand. Some people, they can't check into their Airbnbs or their hotels just yet. So this is a space where people can come, for the Thursday and just hang out, grab a cup of coffee, grab some food. What we've noticed in the past for other events is that people just kind of start meeting each other and networking, sharing ideas, project ideas, having a team formation within that. So, and even in Discord, like if people want to meet up beforehand, like this is a perfect place for hackers to do so. We thought this would be a great idea and opportunity to give hackers the ability to kind of meet each other before the hackathon begins. And then we started having team formation sessions at the cafes as well. So for those that maybe if you don't have a team yet, or you're looking for people to join your team, this is the first opportunity for hackers to sort of get together, share their ideas, say what they're looking for. Say maybe you're a team of 3 and you're looking for a designer or a front end dev or something. This is a perfect place to begin doing that if you haven't done so already. We understand that the Discord's been open for a while. The Find a Team channel has been there, but maybe people drop out last minute, or your teammate can't make it at the last minute, so you need to find somebody else to replace them. So this is definitely a great way to do that. So if you're chatting with somebody on the Discord right now and you want to meet in person beforehand, definitely invite them over to the cafe. Again, this is free, to and only for admitted hackers, confirmed hackers. So you won't there won't be other people there pretty much. So if you are trying to invite people who aren't confirmed or admitted yet, tell them to sign up, submit an application for ETHGlobal Waterloo. Applications for the hackathon close, I believe this Monday. I don't know exactly what time yet, but yeah, if you still know people that you're trying to bring on board, definitely invite them as soon as possible, before Monday at least. So that's that. This is at Byte 75, which it's haven't been there yet, but looking forward to checking it out. Okay, so that was one thing. Kind of just to piggyback off of that. So that was one team formation session. We do have another one that's Friday evening that I'll kind of continue to go over later. But one thing to kind of reiterate and emphasize on the team formation and making sure that your team members are accepted, staked, and confirmed. This is the hacker dashboard. So, the overview. This will be your dashboard. But kind of where everything you'll see is. Sometimes if you have people that maybe you've invited already and you'll see their names here, but you need to make sure that that they've been accepted, that they're staked and confirmed. Sometimes people forget that, oh, actually I haven't staked yet or I haven't confirmed yet, and they haven't told the other team members. So make sure that you are communicating with any potential team members or people that you want to hack with, that they need to submit their application. If they haven't already, they need to stake their ETH to be confirmed. And once they do that, then of course, they can hack with you. But we definitely only confirmed hackers who have staked will basically be allowed entry into the venue. So they'll only be given wristbands if they're staked and confirmed, and they'll only be able to receive prizes if you win prizes if you've been a confirmed or staked hacker. So that's just we've had a few people that are new to the events that that kind of run into these issues. So just make sure that your teammates and potential teammates have done that. Okay. So one other thing is people ask about is project ideas. So let me just move this over. We have, if you haven't seen this already yet, we have the partners area. So this is, I mean, lists all the partners for ETHGlobal Waterloo. And they're hyperlinked, so you can click on their, go to the websites as well. But if you go a little bit further, we do have the prizes. So this will, if you're unsure what you want to build on, or what ideas you have, the prizes area is certainly a great area to sort of kind of help you generate something, generate some ideas. So a lot of these the partners, they do list out, they have workshops that are coming up. They provide resources for how to build on top of their stack, how to build on top of their protocols. And then a lot of them will also provide, ideas for what they would want to see built on top of their stack as well. So if you're having issues or not really sure what to build on, or what to do, definitely also make sure that you check this out. It's a lot of information for sure. And you're certainly not limited to one particular partner that you have to build on. Teams are able to select multiple partners and multiple stacks to build on top of. It's up to the partners to decide what, how they will award the prizes. ETHGlobal doesn't have any say in that. ETHGlobal, we have our own specific prizes, which would be like the top 10 finalists that will present at the closing ceremony. But the partners will decide themselves how they award their prizes. So, but you're certainly by no means limited to which partners or stacks that you can build on top of. But yeah, that's just something that they determine, that they decide on their own. More people in. And then the other thing is we have a lot of different workshops. So if I go to the schedule page here, if it goes. So currently, we have, this is what's going on now. But then next week 2, we have upcoming. Oh, so here we go. The deadline to apply is Monday, June 19th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this should automatically change to your time zone if you ever are unsure of like the time. So when something like a deadline or a project submission deadline or deadline to apply, make sure that it should be on your own time zone. But if you ever have issues with times, that would be the way to clarify that. So this, again, kind of just going over what I talked about with Cafe and Pragma. But then Friday, we have a lot of different workshops before hacking begins. So these are certainly great opportunities for you all. Again, if you still are unsure what ideas to build on, or just kind of having some blockers when it comes to that, these are also here to kind of give you an opportunity to maybe hear something from a speaker that you could potentially build on top of as well. So a lot of these are taking place, right after registration opens at 1, and then at 2:30, boom, we have the first workshop, and we'll have about 3 different workshop rooms. So some of them do coincide at the same time. So that's something to also keep in mind. But, I would say right now, take advantage, list out exactly which workshops you want to attend, plan that out for yourself, and then attend them. And so again, yeah, we have, hacking doesn't begin until later in the evening once this is all over. So you won't have to worry about missing like any part of hacking. But this is also just, I highlight this because this is a great opportunity, I think, for hackers to take advantage of, to listen to the invited speakers and to, again, just kind of hear what they have to say. And, potentially, you might come across an idea during one of these workshops. And the other thing is we do have mentors as well. So a lot of people sometimes don't seem to know that this is here, but the tech mentors, these are also folks who have been screened. They had to submit an application, screened, and then we invited them. So we're basically looking at folks who have, who contribute in public, build in public. So their GitHub is just stacked with tons of commits and repos and different projects and everything. But they have a variety of skills as well. And so they're here to basically help the hackers, throughout the weekend. A lot of so we have, their names, what organization they're with, unless they're independent, all the skills that they bring to the table, and then their Discord and their Twitter, so you can reach out to them. This is provided so for your benefit. I mean, the mentors are here to help answer any questions you might have, help tackle any blockers that you're facing with your project. They will be at the Waterloo, at the main hacking space of the all weekend. There's a mentor booth there that will be set up where all the partner booths will be at in the main hacking area, the main hacking hall. So that will be a place for you to to go reach out to them. If there's somebody that you see here that you like, or that you think would be really helpful for your projects you're working on, and they're not there, definitely reach out to them via Discord or Twitter. And some of these, so I need to follow up with them because not everybody has filled out their Discord or their Twitter just yet, but that's the idea. And in the future, we will have an opportunity for people to actually book meetings, Calendly links, so that way you can I think it's easier for folks to do that via Calendly instead of just maybe having to go back and forth in Twitter or Discord. But yes, they are. Let me see. That's the question. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you, Marina. I will take a look into that and see why it's not opening up for you. But yes, so I mean, they will, one way to identify who these are in real life is that they'll be wearing like a yellow construction vest. So they'll be very bright and stand out. So they'll be at the mentor booth, but they'll also be walking around. They're told to walk around as well, just to make, if you're a hacker and you're working with your team and maybe not all the team members want to go up to the table, that they will be able to walk around and come to you as well. So they'll be wearing these bright yellow construction vests that will be easy for you all to identify. Will there be sleeping bags and overnight provided like ETHGlobal did? There will be a decompression, chill room space. One of the workshop rooms will be turned into a chill room, decompression room. So, but it's limited. So it's first come, first serve, and there are only going to be around maybe 20 to 30 like blow up inflatable mattresses and pillows. So it's not 5-star accommodations by any means, and there are no shower facilities either. So it's kind of sleep at your own will, but also if you get there first, first come, first serve. But the workshop room won't be turned into that until later in the evening, Friday evening, after all the workshops are done and team formation is done as well. And the exact address of the hackathon, that will be, so if you go up to the venue page, well, and so yeah, that was basically all I had to say about the mentors as well. But just a reminder that they are there. And actually real quick, so let me see, Aziz, yes, yeah, Aziz, if you go to the venue, this is the address for the venue for the hackathon. It'll be on the venue slide. And then parking at the venue, there is a parking update. I want to say that the parking is free on the weekends, but Friday I think it will cost some amount of Canadian dollars. I don't know exactly yet, but yeah, there will be some charge on the Friday. But then there's also a lot of street parking as well. Street parking is free from what I understand. And then the actual like designated school parking, that's what they charge, but there should be a lot of street parking as well. Real quick, to go back to the mentors, this is all the channels that you'll see in Discord. Eventually, when our HackFS event wraps up to this weekend, we'll add more of the channels here, so like the mentorship help channel, and then all the partner channels as well. So to show you an example, if this is your first time, like this is currently what the HackFS, our online event currently going on, looks like. So we have mentorship help, project updates, find a team, a lot of the same stuff. But then there's also the partner channels that you'll see too. And this is where you can also reach out directly to the partners if you have specific questions on a particular stack or protocol. So like if IPFS is a partner for Waterloo, you can go to this partner channel and ping them and ask for any help directly for if you have an IPFS question or a push question. So this is just something that you won't see yet, but eventually all this will populate within the next couple of days once everything is wrapped up with HackFS. Sorry, I'm going back to some questions now. So yeah, so Hector, if you want, I mean, what I've noticed people do is also kind of message the general chat. So actually, if I go back to the question was, just going to get an Airbnb, then I guess if you go back to here, like Waterloo chat, I would message people, hey, going to be hacking. Does anybody want to split an Airbnb or something? And you'd be surprised at the amount of people that might respond to that. So I would say go for a message to the general chat here and just see what what people have to say. Maybe you might find some people that are interested in splitting something. But I would definitely take advantage of the Discord and reaching out to folks, and just kind of put it out there, blasting it, seeing who reacts. Because I think people would be interested in that. So yeah, parking at the venue, there will be. Yeah, I think I covered that. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Marina. That's awesome. Yeah, you have to be logged in. Awesome. Thank you, Aaron, for answering that. Street parking is free. Most people can park around the area. Just don't park in the church beside the building. You will get ticketed, towed. So somebody knows the ins and outs. The question for Max, for a new coder, should I prioritize workshops or join a team at the same time? If you can, I would say try and join a team now. Find a team now before you get there. And then once you're there, you feel more comfortable, relaxed, and then you can listen to the workshops. But I think if you're a new coder, and you're deciding whether or not to wait to find a team once you get there or now, I would say try to find a team now. Go to the Discord channel here, find a team, send a ping, send a message. We also have the team formation slides. So if you haven't seen this, I mean, people have been filling this out as well. I'll admit it's not the best way to do this right now, but it's currently like the team formation is something we're still trying to build out and flesh out because it's a tricky situation, I think. So if people haven't seen this yet, I will send this in the chat.
Hi.
Yeah, hello.
I was just wondering, I'm not a coder, and I'm just wondering if I got in over my head here, because I'm not sure what I could do to contribute to a team.
Yeah, so there actually, I think because technically I'm not a coder as well. We do have designers, we do have project managers, artists that attend our events as well. And I think there are multiple ways, depending on what your specific background is, to contribute. One of those being, like, a lot of times the teams, I think they sometimes can get bogged down into the details of something, and they just completely lose track of time, or they take on too much, and then they realize they can't accomplish all of that within the course of 36 hours over a weekend. So I think having people that kind of can take a step back, that can help the coders, realize that this is actually going to be impossible. We can't accomplish all this, at this time. So there's definitely a need for people on teams to do that. And so we have the team limit is five people max per team, so you can't go over that. So if you're, if there's a 1 or 2 person, 3 person team, having that extra 1 or 2 people that may not have that coding background but can help really make that project stand out and add that wow factor is certainly something that I would welcome if I was participating as a hacker. So I think there definitely is a need for folks who don't have that dev coding background. And it's just, I think from that perspective, then it's going to come down to, how do you how do you stand out amongst everybody else? How do you make yourself, how do you sell yourself to teams? Or how do you, really kind of show that how you can help, what you can bring to the table, what you can help the team out with. That'll be up, it depends on the individuals themselves, but I think that's something that you definitely you have time to work on. Like you still have a week beforehand, which I think is more than enough time to kind of make sure that you're able to find a team beforehand. I don't know if did that answer your question? Did that help clarify things?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Awesome. Cool.
And
Cool.
I was just wondering also, like, what should we bring to the hackathon to help?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, bring your laptops, bring some people bring full on monitors, I would think, but we keep in mind that we do have we have more than enough like outlets for folks to plug in and everything, but people they need to charge their phones and other devices. So the main thing for me is your laptop and your laptop basically. As far as like other items, like we do in the evenings, like towards the midnight to 8 a.m. Time frame, overnight, we do provide try to provide like toothbrushes and like deodorant and items for women, and but just keeping in mind that if you do plan to stay overnight, if people plan to stay overnight, there are no shower facilities. So it's if you're not planning to if you're planning to stay in the venue the entire time, that maybe a nice change of clothes each day as well, and a lot of deodorant. But most people, I think it's people do end up not staying there, but there are a few that do. So I mean, for people that do stay there, toothbrush, toothpaste, some stuff like the toothbrushes, we do try to provide deodorant, and like I said, women's products. So but yeah, I don't think you really need much. Like, I mean, I packed just a few pairs of clothes. I got my laptop, but yeah, that's basically all I'm bringing. And then keep in mind also that partners, they provide a lot of swag items. So they provide socks. Usually when we have an ETHGlobal t-shirt that we provide. I'm not sure what the other swag items are, to be honest. And I guess, it's the rest of it probably is a surprise anyways. But there are some items that partners do provide. So I don't think you'd be short on shirts or anything if you decide not to bring shirts. I don't know if did I answer your question? Were you looking for like something? Were you deciding whether or not you wanted to bring something else in particular, or?
No, that pretty much it. I was thinking power bar, laptop.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
I wasn't sure
Yeah,
about
if you,
bringing mango.
yeah, I'd say yeah, if you have maybe like an extra, any sort of like extra stuff like that might come in handy, definitely bring it. Just in case, I think.
Okay.
Because there could be areas maybe where you find a really nice area that you want to work at, but maybe it doesn't have enough for you or your team. So I would maybe bring an extra power strip if you wanted to. I mean, there's something certainly. I think nothing's stopping you from doing that. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. There was a question about will the award ceremony on the last day be recorded? Yes. So the award ceremony will be recorded and streamed and then uploaded to YouTube. Same with the opening ceremony as well. And all the workshops will also be recorded too. So anything like opening, workshops, closing, all of that good stuff will be recorded, streamed, and uploaded online. It might not be right away, but eventually will be uploaded. And then then also even throughout the weekend, we have a bunch of like day recap videos and stuff to kind of just let people know like what's been happening, what's been going on. Yeah, bring a power bar, multi-outlet adapter. How is the Wi-Fi in the event? The Wi-Fi I think it should be pretty good. This is at a university. So if for anybody that's completely new or has attended a few of our events in the past, sometimes we do come across some Wi-Fi issues because of the building infrastructure. And that has caused some headaches for hackers. They may have to go work out of their Airbnb or hotel or whatever, or somewhere else. Because this is at a university, I think the infrastructure for the Wi-Fi should be pretty top notch and spot on. So yeah, it's sometimes for events, it varies because of the venue, or the city and the country. Although we do work very, very hard with our Wi-Fi partners and team to make sure that it does, it's functioning at a high level as close as possible. We do ask that people do not use their hotspots, because that just bogs down the system even more. So if there is a point where the Wi-Fi may be a bit dodgy, then don't use your hotspot. Just wait until we report it on Discord or to the help desk at registration, and then we'll find a solution. But the worst thing that you could do is use a hotspot if the Wi-Fi is having issues. And yeah, Julio, there was parking areas will be around there. You probably can't see it, but I will find Aaron's message and copy it into the chat. Yeah, parking is free for most people. Park around the building, just don't park in the church beside the building or you will get towed. Sorry, okay. The 24-hour stores around? That's a good question. Is anybody from the area, and are there 24-hour stores that are around there? Let's see, farmers market, if you get the chance, great fresh. I doubt the presence of any 24-hour stores. Even Toronto doesn't have it. Okay, open till late at night. Yes, yeah. Yeah, there's a plaza with some 24-hour convenience stores, but yeah, there will be. I mean, if you're worried about like food or snacks or anything, dinner starts on Friday evening. So from Friday evening until Sunday lunch, there will be food and meals provided for you throughout the weekend. There will also be a lot of snacks, teas, coffees, drinks, waters, whatever. That'll all be provided. And then the event starts on Friday at 1 p.m. is when it opens. So if you go to the schedule on the website, and then Friday, the venue will open at 1 p.m. But then dinner. So lunch won't be provided here. Food, the snacks will probably still be, catering might still be setting up all this stuff. It should be set up already, but if not, dinner will be at 6 p.m. And then opening ceremonies is at 8 p.m. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this will be on your if you go to your hacker dashboard, it'll be there. That's the schedule link, but I mean, what I'm sharing here, this is kind of like Mecca. Anything and everything you can find will be around here. So yeah, I did kind of go off a little track, but one thing I did want to mention as well. And so, after the workshops on Friday, then there's the opening ceremonies. There's the second team formation brainstorming session. So this kind of piggybacks off of what happened at Cafe the day before, the first team formation brainstorming session. And then the late night snacks. So each Friday night and Saturday night, there'll be late night snacks as well. I don't know what these are yet, but I think it's also meant to be a surprise too. So Hector, do we need to show a QR code ticket, or will I need to be found by staff at the door? Yeah, so you'll just check in. You'll just provide your name and ID, and then we'll just or email, and that's how we'll be able to check you in. So there will be a QR code that you can scan as well, but the ticket will be sent out this coming week, I think. Yeah, this week. And so the other thing is on Saturday, we have the project feedback session. So this is an opportunity for teams to check in with the mentors or the partners and just let them know that, what the status of their project is, how it's going. So you'll see on your dashboard a place where you can do that, where you can check in. And actually, so if I go to project, actually wouldn't be project, it'd be dashboard. Oh no, so we don't have that. Oh, never mind. So yeah, you won't see that. This is mostly for online events. So then you won't physically do anything on the site, but you can. This is an opportunity just for you to go out and get real life feedback. It's a designated time just because a lot of people will be around and people are aware of it, the partners and mentors. So if you're having blockers, facing any issues with your project or anything, this is the perfect time to just find the answer, the solution, whether that's via the mentor booth station where the main hacking spaces and the partners are, or whether that's in the partner channels on Discord that you can individually message. Just a reminder for people that just joined, the partner channels for Waterloo aren't available yet. They will be in the next couple of days when we wrap up a different event. And then the last thing, so oh, and I forgot to mention, there's a fun activity on Saturday as well. So nothing's scheduled for Saturday, so you go all basically can focus on hacking. The only thing is that we do have is like a fun activity, which is also a surprise, but it's just a way for people to decompress, take a little break, and kind of unwind from hacking pretty much. And then the last thing I want to mention is judging. So project submissions are due 9 a.m. And so we always kind of run into issues where people end up submitting at the very last minute. We highly, highly, highly encourage you all not to do that. Please take advantage of submitting your project at least an hour or 2 hours before the submission is due. And we say this because if people do it, a lot of people do it at the same time, then there might be some issues with, the video upload or the project not being submitted properly. And then these are issues that we have to troubleshoot later on. And it stresses people out. That not us, but like it stresses you all out. So we want to make sure that you're not stressed out. So if we definitely encourage you all to submit your projects well before 9 a.m. Sunday morning. That way it's just a lot easier and easier for you all whenever judging begins at 9:30. So 9:30 we have the judging, and this will be 10 to 12 different rooms. There'll be 2 judges per room. And 2 volunteers that will be there to help you, guide you. And so, but before that, you check in with the green room. So like the green room is sort of the way where you can, make sure that your team is there, that you're checked in, that you're given a card, that what the expectations are of everything. And then you're assigned to a room, and then you present to the 2 judges. And once you're done that, then you can go downstairs or go wherever the partner tables are and present to the partners. So the finalist project judging, this is for ETHGlobal finalists, the top 10 finalists. This is live judging, with 2 judges. And then the partner judging, if you apply for specific partner prizes, that will be, that's done asynchronously. So within the partners. So if you go to the partners link here, never loads. If you're applying for like one of UMA's prizes, or Hyperlane, then that's when on Sunday morning after you do the finalist judging, this is where you go to the partner booths and talk to them, share their ideas as well. Teams can qualify for multiple prizes. Yeah, for sure. The format, it's some people, it's mostly a demo. So like if you go back. If you go to the info center and rules, project submission and judging, this is a great resource if you haven't seen this yet. The rules, project submission and judging site has basically everything I'm saying, but it's just in much greater detail. So it talks about the demo video that's optional but encouraged. And what you can use in terms of like open source libraries, boilerplates, how to submit your projects, the difference between the finalists and partner prizes, or if you just want to do partner prizes only. For the judging session, you have 7 minutes total. You have 4 minutes to demonstrate, and then 3 minutes of Q&A with the judges. And then like what the judges are grading on as well, the 5 different categories and what they're looking for the finalist judging. And then partner judging, again, so the partners, each partner is specific. They're looking for something specific for each of their particular stacks and protocols. So we don't, that's decided amongst the partners. We don't have any sway over any of that information. But yeah, and then we also have like good tips and how to present, and common mistakes to avoid. And so we're saying the demo video because if you go back, and sorry, before I do that, here's like some common examples of good projects as well. So I'll send this link in the chat. And if I go back, so like the reason with the videos, another reason is if you go to the showcase page, once the event's done, all of your information, your project information will basically be uploaded here. So if you go back here, you'll see a bunch of all of our different past events. So like the last, ETHGlobal Tokyo, these are the projects that were submitted there. And just an FYI, something that we're working on is the filter. So right now you can only filter by the event. Eventually you'll be able to filter by the partners, the prizes won, and just it'll have a lot more functionality to make it easier to find teams, projects that did really well. So like if I go to Blockhead East Tokyo 2023, this has 3 different logos associated with it. So if I click on that, I'll see that at ETHGlobal Tokyo, they won the Scroll Just Deploy Quant Stamp Best Use Case Polygon Pool Prize. And so yeah, whenever you submit in like your project, you'll have this is where your description is, how it's made, your source code, the live demo as well, and just a couple of like screenshots for what your project looks like. So yeah, if you do make a video, then like this is where that video would live as well. So yeah, that's why whenever you're done, this is like kind of the final what happens. And so this is sort of, the access here, if you're looking for a job or project funding, like this is where you would send potential, VCs, accelerator, grant programs, employers. Like this is what I built. I participated in the global Waterloo, and this is a project that we created over the course of 36 hours. For testnet faucets, yeah. So for those, you'd probably have to ask the partners themselves. So the question was, what about testnet faucets during the hackathon? These are, so whenever we add the partner Discord channels, those are questions you can ask the specific partners, and they'll be able to help you out as well. And if you want to ask them in person at the actual, at their booths, that's totally fine too. But they will be able to provide you with faucets for your project. And yeah, sorry, Joseph, I just saw your question. Will you share each team's presentation videos to everyone who wins the prizes? So, share each team's. Yeah, so in the showcase page, that's kind of where everything will live. If you're selected as a top 10 finalist, then you're presenting at the closing ceremony on Sunday. So we won't, but that won't, you won't be sharing a video. You'll be actually doing a live demo during closing ceremony if your project is selected as a top 10 finalist. So if I go back, yeah, so we do finals project judging, lunch, finals will be notified around 2 p.m. and then closing ceremonies. So this is where where the top 10 finalists will do the live demo. But so we're not sharing I guess any videos basically, but if you do make a demo video, then it will be uploaded to the showcase page. And yeah, if people haven't seen, if this is your completely first ETHGlobal event, like to give you an idea of the closing ceremony, is this the one I want? Yeah, I'll just click on it. Like this is exactly what would happen. So this is an example of Mina browser wallet. This is a team that was a top 10 finalist. and then they're presenting a live demo. So this is during the closing ceremony. So only the top 10 finalists will be the ones who would present live during the closing ceremony. But they're not playing a video or anything. They're just everything is done is done live. So that's just something to keep in mind. We don't have, is there an estimate? The question was, is there an estimate of how many teams there will be? Not at the moment. So it's hard to say. It's still kind of early. We'll probably still get a lot of applications that submitted over the weekend. But yeah, I would say definitely over 100. How many hackers will there be in all? Again, a good question. I would say probably maybe like 700 or 800, but it's hard to say. I mean, usually what happens is as the application deadline draws near and near, more and more people start filling in their applications. So we're looking to maybe 700 or 800 or so, but it's hard to tell. Well, no, East Toronto. Sorry, I thought it was East Tokyo. If the project wins prizes, does ETHGlobal do VC protocol introductions? So this is something we are working on. So whenever you do submit your project, if you go to the project, tab here, this is a oh, because I need to create something. All right, well, this is just a dummy, but yeah, I'll just pick a few things here. If you go to future opportunities, there is an area where we ask, if you'd like to be in touch with, in grant programs, accelerator programs. So this is something that we are working on. Right now, the main focus of the hackathon is, the hackathon itself, making sure that you're building a project, that you're learning, you're growing, that you're just kind of expanding your network when it comes to the partners, the mentors, other hackers. And then post-event, this is where this would come into play. So it's something that's still kind of early days, and we're still trying to flesh out the best way to do it. But eventually, we'd like to get to the point where, yes, if you would like to continue working on your project, then we would love to certainly, make sure that does happen, whether that's putting you in contact with an incubator, an accelerator, or a VC, or even a partner. Maybe if you worked with a partner really closely during the event and they really liked your project and what you were working on, sometimes partners bring on teams to help them continue building out their stack, their protocol. So anything can happen basically. But yes, the idea is that anybody that wants to continue working on it, we definitely want to encourage that post event. So that's something that you would indicate in the whenever you're filling out your project. Oh wow, I didn't realize. Okay, so it's like 10:52. I was talking a lot. Is there? I guess what I want to ask, does anybody have any other questions? Does anybody? I mean, feel free to take yourself off mute. I didn't think I'd talk the whole time, but I guess I did. So, but I was also answering questions. But would love to hear, any other questions or comments people have before we wrap up the hour in the next 7 minutes. Is anyone else planning a trip to Niagara Falls? Good question, Max. If nobody answers that here, I would definitely ask that in the Waterloo chat, because I'm sure people are probably going to plan, side events and stuff as well. Yeah, Abdullah, you have a question?
Yeah, are you able to hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so my question was, I live in Ontario, and my time zone, I'm in EST. So right now it's 11:53. So you said on your side that it's 11 a.m. that it starts. So in Canada, will it start at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.?
I said that it started.
It started at 11. That's what you said.
11. What was I talking about? Do you remember?
Or for the starting ceremony, like the beginning, right?
So yes. Yeah. So sorry. If you go to the schedule, so the time zone is America, New York. So it'll be like this opening. I mean, well, the opening ceremony is 8 p.m., but that'll be Eastern Standard Time. So like I'm actually, because I'm based in, technically I'm based in Texas, so it's actually 7 for me Central Time. But yeah, everything whenever you're in wherever you're at, basically, like this will automatically update. But you do have the ability to change it if you happen to be in a different area and maybe you're working with teams that are in a different or people that are in a different time zone than you. That's kind of why this functionality exists, to kind of give you the opportunity to change it a bit. But yeah.
Okay, so like the beginning, like the registration and everything, that starts at 11 a.m. in EST, correct?
Oh, the registration. So no, registration opens at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
So what time do we have to be there at Waterloo exactly?
Well, so the venue won't open until 1 p.m. So you technically don't have to be there until for the hackathon until 1 p.m. on Friday. If you wanted to attend Pragma or Cafe on Thursday, you can attend those events. But as far as like the main hackathon venue, that will not open until Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have any questions, like definitely check out the schedule. And also, like when I was saying about Waterloo and Pragma, or Pragma and Cafe, like those are 2 separate events. Like Pragma is more of a conference event, separate ticket. Hackers, get a discount as well. And then Cafe is just for a place for hackers to come and chill, meet each other beforehand. So it's just a way to, if teams are forming on Discord before, hey, let's meet at Cafe Waterloo. Perfect venue for people to kind of get together, share ideas, meet each other, figure out maybe if they want to be team members or not. But yeah, so technically you don't have to be there at these events. You don't have to go because the venue for Waterloo, the hackathon itself, will not open until Friday afternoon. Yes, there is a, let me make sure I haven't missed any messages real quick. The entire thing is in Eastern time. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, everything will be in Eastern time. I'm able to see, you won't see the future opportunities until, it's probably because we haven't opened up that UI yet. So I think for me, it's a bit different because I'm with the team, but whenever it's time for you to submit your project, that's when you'll see that future opportunities section. Fazil, shout out Texas. Thank you, Ryan. The only place to find side events is via the Waterloo chat and Discord. Actually, so there is. Give me a second. Yeah, I mean, that would be the only area. There is a let me see if I can find it. Well, let me just send the Pragma registration link to Max. But the only place there will be there is sort of like a city guide that we have that I meant to have ready for you all. But Max, there you go. That's the registration link for Pragma. And then let me see if I can find that city guide. One second. I know where it is. I just gotta. And because there's a few people that have sent proposals for it as well. But it's still kind of like a work in progress. So that's the city guide. And actually, I'll open it up here too. So this kind of gives people, if you're traveling, this has, time zone, currency, water safe to drink type of thing. A little bit of history with Waterloo. I mean, these are some of the Waterloo alums that are pretty big in the Ethereum space. And then, just how to get here. If you're traveling, this is the venue where it's going to be. This is, map to explore the city. These are the tips for traveling to Waterloo and the venue. So if you're coming from Toronto, from Waterloo Airport, if you're traveling via car on the highway. Okay. And yeah, and some other, here's some side events as well. So if you go scroll at the very bottom, you'll see all the side events. So, but yeah, that's basically it. Cool. So yeah, that's basically it. We've got to, Yeah, it should be up there, John. Let me find it again. Here, it might not have the that's the link, but it might, you might need to play with the HTTP in the front, but that's basically the link though. Well, cool. Well, thanks everybody for joining. Hopefully this was insightful and useful. And again, this will be on YouTube later. And yeah, just stay in touch on Discord with each other. We'll have more information on here. Anything you could possibly ever need is on the website. This the ETHGlobal.com events 2020 Waterloo 2023 website. So yeah, I hope you found this useful, and we will see you all next week. So cheers.